On June 7th, 2016, the hero took her last walk beneath the row of salutes from firefighters and fellow rescue workers. This was Brittany, the last surviving member of the 9/11 rescue dogs.
It might help if you think of the crash site as a small city, a heavily armed city with a disaster at its core. Though it has been a week, this is still, officially, and repeated to reporters again and again, a rescue operation.
Following the September 11th terrorist attacks, an immense recovery effort began in the rubble of the World Trade Center and Pentagon. Nearly 10,000 emergency workers assisted in the recovery, of which an estimated 300 were dogs. First in the scene were search and rescue dogs, trained to find and recover those who might still be alive in Ground Zero. 27 hours after the collapse of the North Tower, the last survivor of 9/11 was rescued by a German Shepherd named Tracker. Following Tracker's rescue, there was no one left for the dogs to save. Worf, a 12-year-old German Shepherd, located the bodies of 2 missing firefighters and curled up on the spot. He soon started shedding profusely, not eating and refusing to play with other dogs. His partner immediately retired Worf from search and rescue duty. These live search and rescue dogs became stressed and upset because they felt like they weren't doing their jobs. They weren't bringing in anyone alive.
Good boy, Riley. Good boy. How many people here know what? You know Riley real good, Louis?
Riley knew the people he continued to find were dead. He was never a formally trained cadaver dog. His job was to find the still living. I tried my best to tell Riley he was doing his job. He had no way to know that when firefighters and police officers came over to hug him, and for a split second you could see him crack a smile, that Riley was succeeding at doing an altogether different job. He provided comfort. Or maybe he did know. Rescue workers began hiding themselves in the debris so dogs would have someone living to recover. Eventually, trained cadaver dogs took over the searches. Though there were not many survivors to recover, the search and rescue dogs served an important role in comforting the horrified workers. These dogs knew nothing of how or why this had happened, just that these people needed them and they were going to help. In addition to the rescue dogs, there were 2 other heroes in the towers, the guide dogs Salty and Roselle. When the North Tower was hit, these 2 led their blind owners to safety out of the building. Roselle was sleeping underneath owner Michael Hingston's desk on the North Tower's 78th floor when she heard Flight 11's impact above. She guided Hingston and 30 others down 1,463 steps. On her way down, Roselle passed firemen and stopped to greet them. One last kindness before going up. Roselle led the refugees out as the second tower collapsed. Hingston said she remained focused on her job throughout the panic.
We ran for our lives and ran into a subway station to avoid some of the dust cloud. By that time we had inhaled a lot.
How did you not run into things?
Roselle.
Once they arrived home, Roselle immediately started playing, as if nothing important had happened. Only one dog died on September 11th, Sirius, a bomb detection dog with the Port Authority. Sirius and his partner, Officer David Lim, were at their station in the basement of the South Tower when Lim heard an explosion he thought was a bomb. He told Sirius one must have got by us, and headed up to assist in the rescue efforts. Officer Lim believed he'd be more effective free-handed, and left Sirius in his kennel, telling him, "I'll be back to get you." Officer Lim was one of only 16 people to survive the collapse of the North Tower. Sirius perished when the South Tower came down. He was very special. All dogs go home with us, so not only was he my partner, but he was also my pet and my friend. In January 2002, Sirius's body was finally recovered. Sirius received full police honors, and all working machines were silenced as Officer Lim returned to Ground Zero to carry out the body of his friend. He kept that promise he made to Sirius on September 11th. He waited, and I came back. With the passing of Brittany, the rescue dog heroes of 9/11 are no longer with us. But in every guide and every search and rescue dog alive today, you see that same drive to help and make our world a better place, even if they don't understand what made it so bad.